Brittney Ward wants some help reaching her brother who has passed, and his name is Trey, and she misses him dearly and just needs to know really if he's okay. So with no further ado there, Brittney, what we'll do is we'll use these mediumship cards there, as you can see, just on the deck. And what we're going to do is shuffle them. As we shuffle, we'll ask Trey to join us and see if there's a message of any kind for you, to see if he's okay, as you could say. So as we shuffle them, Trey's spirit will manipulate them. Each card having a pre-written sentence on it, that means that you can use it a bit like a phrase book. So the cards that come up may not be word for word, they may be, but usually we have to paraphrase it, don't we, in context of what we're doing here. So as we shuffle, we just simply say, Spirit of Trey, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Trey, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Trey, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Trey, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Trey, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Trey, through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to Trey and all absent friends. And as we cut the deck there, Trey's spirit has now joined us. The deck is thought to be at its strongest point when it's split there, so that's where it splits anyway, at the most strongest point. Before we draw usually 3 cards in this case, initially, usually beginning, middle and end of statement, I just want to thank you, Trey, for joining us. I want to thank you for your presence. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your energy, for the love that you've brought there for Brittney, for your sister there. I want to now pull the first card. We'll pull it out. We'll flip it nice and slowly though, and we'll just see what we have here. We'll just see what energy's there vibrating, and which I suppose Trey has chosen for the first thing he wants to say. What Trey wants to say. I'm a poet and don't know it, Trey. So there you go. Maybe that's a bit of sense of humour on my part. You either get it or you don't. But he's just saying there seriously here. He's just saying that my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. Don't worry or don't hold on to any of that. It's easy to feel guilty that you maybe didn't call the doctor on time, or you didn't call the ambulance on time, or you were a bit late, or you didn't take it seriously when I said I wasn't feeling well, or whatever it was that I always tend to focus on. When it says my death was painless, I always tend to focus on the point of my death. At the time, at the point of my death, that was the painless part of it. And it's that you shouldn't really worry about, if you get what I mean. And I suppose that's the nice part about it, isn't it, really? For as much as we can die in pain or whatever, at the point of when we cross over, it's we don't experience that pain anymore. Because we're free and we don't have to defend ourselves anymore from it. And that's not a bad thing, is it? But he's just saying, don't you go holding on to guilt. You can, I suppose, like here, let it go. You can just let it go. Let it go, Brittney. I'm your brother. Let it go. Don't Don't bottle it up. If you want to let it go and have a cry about it, then do that. That doesn't matter, because I'm just going to pull the next card to see here what this is. Again, he's reiterating. Reiterate, isn't that a vile phrase there, Trey? Because to iterate is to repeat, and reiterate is to repeat. It's silly, isn't it, really? But I suppose to stress, he's just putting stress on the guilt factor there, in the sense he's saying it's not your fault. My death is painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt, because it wasn't your fault. As if you want to put a because card there. Because it wasn't your fault, Brittney. That's why I don't want you to hold on to the guilt. Be guilty or feel ashamed or feel responsible for that which you are to blame for, and that for which you are responsible for. But don't take the blame for something that you're not guilty of. That's silly. It's illogical, really, isn't it? As if he's saying, I didn't do it, so why should you? As if he's sort of saying, I was big enough and ugly enough to stick up for myself, so you can as well. And if, pardon me, if anybody was to say, oh, you didn't call the doctor on time, or you were never there for him, and this could have been prevented, or whatever, don't listen to that. Because the next card seems to be the because bit. I wonder what that is. I'm sort of sensing here that this may hold the key to it. We'll just flip that over nice and slowly there, because I'm pointing you in the right direction. I'll always point you in the right direction, Brittney. My death was painless. Don't you go holding on to guilt over that. It's not your fault. I'll point you in the right direction. If you are to blame for something, I'll point you in the right direction to rectify it. But you are not to blame for my passing. It's not your fault. And it seems as if he's just saying there, yes, you'll point in the right direction. As if there are more, as if there is, correction, more than one path to go down here, more than one way of viewing it, or more than one viewpoint. And he doesn't want you to take the wrong viewpoint, where you accuse yourself, or you listen to the lies and the accusations of others, who are maybe to blame themselves and want to blame you instead and pass the buck. Why I'm sort of getting this pass the buck brigade thing, I don't know. I want to pull another card here, Trey, if you don't mind. I want to see if this is going to lock onto the pass the buck thing, of somebody's got to be to blame, but it's not your sister, is it? But if there is, we could probably use Kanzari cards. It's here. He's just saying here that if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. He's admitting fault here. In some regard, he's admitting fault. I don't know why. But he's just saying this is maybe self-inflicted to some degree, and I don't want you to be holding on to blame, or I don't want you to be feeling guilty for something that wasn't your fault. It was my fault. If anybody's fault, it was. But then again, as we've said before in this, when this card comes up, when Spirit chooses this card, the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it? I'm wanting to pull another card here. I don't know why. I'm feeling as though other than beginning, middle and end, the initial 3 there. But do not worry, hold on to guilt for this. And of course, it's not your fault. He'll point you in the right direction, won't you, Trey? I'll always point you in the right direction. That's what I want you to know mainly. But I want you to know that if I'd have known then what I know now, yes, I would have lived differently. The benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing. I want to just see what this other card is here. Oh, this one's come up again. See, he's using this one. It seems everybody. He's just saying that we are so connected, and that joins in. As if he's saying, I'll point you in the right direction because we're so connected. Because of that connection, I can show you the right path. As if those two there are sort of linked in some way. And because I've learnt the hard way, I suppose, I can point you in the right direction. And in that regard, this is no doubt why you miss me, because you do know, don't you? As if you're saying you do know. You know, Kimberly, you know. This is, I think, a correction, Brittney, actually. Sorry about that, Brittney. Kimberly Brittney. Brittney! Sorry about that. He's saying you know Brittney, sorry. I don't know Brittney. I use bloody Kimberly instead. Kimberly on my bloody brain. I don't know why. Because this is the second Brittney. So I don't know, Kimberly Brittney. So it's all. Sorry about that, Trey. You know the name of your sister, though, don't you? But of course, I just had to check that then. I was. It was just with it being so. I suppose it's deep, isn't it? And I'm wanting to pull another card here. I don't know why. I'm greedy for cards on this one. I'm really just wanting to see what else Brittney, as he's got to say to Brittney, isn't he, Trey? Remind me on Brittney. You'll have to point me in the right direction and get the name right. He's just saying I'm in a beautiful place and it's beautiful where I am, and as if he's saying it's beautiful where I am because of that connection that we've got. Because of that connection, it's beautiful where I am. It's a better place where I am because of that connection that we've got, and that I'm able to guide my sister Brittney. Yes, rub it in. Thank you very much. But that's what I'm sort of sensing that he's saying there through that. But yes, it looks like it looks as the spirits so far are just coming to say this sorry, and the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing, please forgive us, or something of that nature. Or we've learnt our lesson and we expect you to not take the rap for it. Take the rap for what's your fault, and we'll take the rap for what's our fault, and that's it. Basically, I'm tempted to just push all the cards here together here now. I sort of feel his energy is waning a bit, as you would say. So what we'll do is we'll leave Trey in that beautiful place. He's okay. He's clearly okay, isn't he, there? But he's got work to do, in the sense he's got his work cut out maybe with Brittney, with his sister there. Oh, we've got the name right. Okay, Trey, thanks for rubbing it in. But laughing and joking apart there now, I think we'll close the sitting just for now. And Trey, I want to just thank you for joining us, and again, thanks for giving us the privilege, really, for sharing, really, with you, because it must be a deeply personal message between you and your sister Brittney there. I've got the name right this time. So with that, we know that there's love between you, and that connection is the love, and that love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we part. And Trey, merry may we meet again. And until next time, we will now close the sitting, and I'll leave Trey's love with you there, Brittney, until next time. But for now, we just declare blessed be to Trey and all absent friends.